Welcome to the 2025 Man Cave Tour. So if you've seen one of these videos before, I do one every year. I have made some upgrades down here, so it won't be the same old video. As a lot of you know, everything down here is DIY projects. So I'm gonna go through everything. Of course, everything has been done at a budget, so a lot of these projects are budget friendly. My aim for these videos are to give you a couple ideas that you can implement in your own spaces at a budget. So let's go ahead and get into the tour. All right, so the first project I'm going to start with is the DIY arcade machine. Now, this is built using a Raspberry Pi. I have an old 32-inch TV that I use for this. A lot of these parts can be purchased on Amazon. You have your button kit was from Amazon. The actual case is built with MDF, 3/4 inch MDF that you can get from your local hardware store, Lowe's, Home Depot. A 32-inch TV, which probably these days will run you about, let's say $200 on the high end. I completed this whole project for less than $1,000. I actually have a tutorial if you want to see that on how to program the Raspberry Pi to get everything working. So this has over 1,000 games. The kids love to play it, and I think it's a really nice addition to the Man Cave. A real quick mention to this little small bar area behind a chair. Now this is just a 3/4 inch MDF board that I use. I actually poured epoxy over top of it to give it that smooth finish. This is the same finish that I use over at the bar that you're going to be seeing a little bit later. But really simple process. This is probably less than a foot. Just to actually use just a scrap piece that I had left over from the bar. So over here on this side of the cave, this is my 65-inch Sony 120 hertz TV. This is the Sony A85J. This is like one of the best TVs to pair up with the PS5 because it has that 120 hertz at 4K, which is the reason I selected this TV. One of the best TVs for gaming. Now this is an older version of that same TV, the Sony XBR55. Now again, this is one of the more slower TVs, but you can easily remedy that by just throwing a Fire Stick or a Chromecast or NVIDIA Shield on it and not have to use the native app. But this TV is probably the one that gets used the most when I have parties over here, people at the bar, when I want to watch the game, when I have a drink. So I think this is one of my favorite TVs that I use in the Man Cave. Now, this here is my DIY bottle stand. Now, this was all made using materials from Home Depot in conjunction with some clear plexiglass spray painted white. And I have some RGB LED strips underneath to give it that glow effect. I think I spent about $150 building this. They actually have come down in price, so you can probably buy one for around that price now, but back when I built this, they were really expensive. So just take a look on Amazon, see if you can find something at a reasonable price. And if not, you know you can always build one yourself. Now, the step lining is definitely one of the easiest and one of my favorite projects I've done. And it's simply just 2 Govee LED strips running up the side of the steps. I think it's a really easy and inexpensive project, but the return on investment is through the roof. I think this is one of those things that is definitely an eye catcher when people come down to Man Cave for the first time. And it was a project that came in less than $60. So again, another one of the projects that I have a video on. And like I said before, all of these will be linked down in the description. So before we go into the home theater, we're going to get into one of my favorite projects, which is the DIY digital movie poster. Now, I have something different to show you now. So I have a video on how to build this, of course, but I'm actually working on something new that I can use with this display. So what you're seeing now is possible through the app called Dashboard. Now this is pretty much like your own smart home dashboard. Now I'm still using the same TV, I'm still using the same computer. This actually is web-based, so you can go in and configure this. This is all custom. You see I have my sports scores, my sports tickers, I got my upcoming schedule. I even have a QR code for my home Wi-Fi if I have any guests come over and want to use the Wi-Fi. So a lot of customization that you can do with this. I actually just started digging into this, so don't have a video on this yet, but this is one of the projects that I'm working on that I'm really excited about to see what is capable in the program Dashboard. So stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button because there will be videos coming on this product. Now, one thing I actually need your advice on is this space here. Now, I used to have a fish tank here, but I moved my fish tank over to the other side, and now I just have this empty space, and I need your ideas on what we're going to do with this space. So I'm real curious to see what type of ideas y'all have for this space. So I appreciate it if y'all will go down into the comment section and let me know what ideas y'all have for this space here. So that's going to be it for out here. I went through everything pretty quickly. Again, if you have any questions about anything that was out here that I didn't cover, just drop them down in the comment section. But let's go ahead and go into the home theater. All right, so now we're in the home theater. Again, one of my favorite spaces in the man cave. Have a couple different DIY projects that I did down here. The most notable is the DIY star ceiling, which is one of my first videos I've done on this channel. The DIY star ceiling is right now almost at 2 million views. So a lot of people love this project, and it was really unique and it was really inexpensive. So this whole project was done for less than $200. Again, 4 years later, and the star ceiling is still holding up great. And it's one of the most unique projects that I've done down here in the man cave. So around the star ceiling, I have a strip of these LED Golvy lights that gives it a real nice accent, which I think really takes it to the next level. Now down here, I have actually a 75-inch TV as well as projected. It's projected onto a 100-inch screen. Depending on what I'm watching is depending on if I use the screen or not. Normally, if I'm watching sports or something like that, I'm going to just use the TV, or if I'm playing a game, I'll use the TV. But if I'm watching a movie, I definitely got to lower down the 100-inch screen. I have the Dolby Atmos speakers around in the ceiling, around the walls, which really gives it that real immersive feel, which I really love when you watch a movie. So I like that I have the option to do both. The screen, as you can see, is motorized, so I can just hit the button, bring the screen down, watch the movie. If I want to watch the TV, I just raise the screen. So another real cool project that I did, which was sent to me by Illuminated, is the Illuminated sink box. Now, you know, normally your sink boxes, they will have just the LED strip that goes around the TV, but they took it a step farther, and you now have the strip that goes around the TV, but you also have recessed lights. So you can see this line of recessed lights here going down this bulkhead are tied into the sink box, and they actually change based off what's on the TV, which is really cool. So I like these type of products that are different, and you know, stuff that you don't see every day are the ones that really kind of catch my attention. So I really like how they turned out. They're really designed to be put in front of the TV, like on the ceiling in front of the TV. But you know, since I have the star ceiling right there, I just put them down the bulkhead, and it still turned out pretty good. So one of the new upgrades that I did down here to the man cave is upgraded lighting package. So as you can see, I have the Govee LED strips around the perimeter of the ceiling. This is about 100 foot of LED lights going around, and they're inside an aluminum channel. So a really neat installation. Didn't take too long. The whole process took me about 2 to 3 hours. And I think it turned out really nice. The Govee app has a lot of customization that you can do to it to make it look and feel just how you want it. Now, along with the Govee lights, I actually have RGB capable lights in the actual recessed lights. So again, a lot of customization, a lot of flexibility on the mood that you want to set down here in the man cave. So I know I covered a lot in this video. So if you have any questions about anything I covered down here, drop them down in the comment section. I also put together a free guide on the best ways to save money when you're doing your man cave. I'll have the link for that down in the description if you want to check it out. It's going to be a free download. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. So I want to thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll see y'all in the next video.